What's up, Kissies? It's your favorite nail tech, Kilah from Kilah Safari, and today we are doing such a pretty set featuring the SM3 Smart Nail Chip. Stay tuned for the whole video so you can see the final tap at the end. Right now, I'm just sizing her nail tips. I did have to cut the tip a little bit so that it could fit her nail bed properly, but we got it all together. I'm using my KDS glue to stick them babies on, okay? So I do not use a nail clipper to cut my nail tips. I hate those things, and I do not use a little doohickey to size the nails. I size each finger with each other, and they all be the same length, and they look good, honey. Okay, period. So now I'm just blending the tip to her nail bed so we can have a seamless application. I decided to go with this really pretty, bright, sparkly orange, and I don't use this brand anymore, so it doesn't matter, but look how pretty this color is. Now, since glitter acrylic is super messy and the glitter gets everywhere, I go ahead and I do all of the tips first with the glitter because I do not want the glitter showing in the nude part that I'm gonna ombre with. You want to make sure the monomer is clean so that you are not transferring glitter in parts that you don't want it. And no, that is not mold on her middle finger. That is a bruise that she got from hitting her previous set. Now, I do like to fully encapsulate my smart nail chip, so I'm just choosing the placement here of where I want the chip to go. And then when I do the ombre part, I also use this time to fully encapsulate my ombre. Some people only encapsulate just the part where it blends, but I like to fully encapsulate the nail because I don't use that much acrylic when I do ombres. So the clear will give it its thickness. I am using not polished strawberry milk to blend seamlessly into that orange, okay? And then I am using Young Nail Speed Clear. It's just in a different container. And honey, look at that blend, okay? I love a seamless blend and a flawless application with the ombre. Like, it just looks so gorgeous. So I'm sorry guys, but I did not get me encapsulating the smart nail chip because my phone died right in the midst of this video. So you just see me putting it on there and the finished application for that nail. Blend, 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 blend. Look at that. Blend, blend. Also, y'all, make sure you're looking at that nail from all angles, because from one angle, it might look like it's nice and flat. Then you turn it to the side, and it's a lump and a bump and a hump, and you don't want that. And y'all know more humps and lumps and bumps mean it's more time filing away all them humps and bumps. And that's annoying. You don't want to file away a whole bunch of humps and lumps. You're going to want to get your application as smooth as possible. Now, honey, look at that application. Like, she can almost walk out just like that. Like, yes, ma'am. Now, my bestie 8080 is going to do the shaping job for me. So, I'm going to go underneath the nail, get all the crusty away from the skin. Make sure I'm pulling that skin back so I don't cut my clients, okay? I'm going to give her some nice, crispy, coffin nails, all right? I'm going to take my same 8080 grit file and go across the nail to make the application even smoother. Okay, do you hear me? Once I do the whole hand like that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the hand around so I can see it from the client's angle, baby. Okay, and I'm going to get them tips nice and straight. This is how you get crispiness, okay? Crispiness. Yes, ma'am. Like, if you don't run out of breath when you say crispiness, your nails ain't crispy enough, period, and you need to go ahead and try to shape them again. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that I did use primer. I used Young Nails Protein Bond on her nails before application. Baby, it's the resting hand for me. You can see right up under her index finger, her nails are straight. They are nice and crispy. I'm getting them right together, okay? So she can be pointed at somebody man in the club with her nails, okay? Now, I normally don't use this bit for sealing cuticles, but I did leave my mandrel bit somewhere at work. So we just have to make it do what it do. So I'm going to go ahead and use this comb bit. I think it's a safety cone bit. And I'm going to seal them cuticles the same way I do it, okay? And you see me earlier, I go up underneath the nail to give it that nice crispy C curve, because that just gives it an even more flawless look. You see what I mean? Like, it just makes them real extra more crispy. Then I take my buffer and I buff around the cuticles first, and I actually missed a little spot there sealing the cuticle, so I fixed that. And then I buff down the entire nail. My girl went to go wash her hands, and now we back with some Zule glue. I'm finna glue some Swarovskis, okay? Some Swarovskis on her nails. Y'all know them the ones that be blank, blank, blanking, okay? Look at it. And when I was gluing these Swarovskis down, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to show y'all how to do some acrylic flowers, okay? So let me show you real quick. So for the petals, I am going to use Nice Nail Queendom colored acrylic called Sweet Potato. And when you are doing any acrylic art, you do not want a runny bead. So what I do is, as you can see, I'm putting 2 beads down. When I pick up the initial bead, I fully dry out my brush completely before I place it on the nail, because I do not want to ruin the crystals. To give it that petal look, you want to take your brush and put the tip towards the crystal and push outwards. And this will fan out that ball of acrylic and give you a nice little petal. And then you can just kind of indent it however much you want it. Spread it out however much you want it. Just depends on what kind of flower you want and the look you want to go for. This brush is like about a size 6. You really want a smaller brush to get nice detailed petals. And your girl's so into these flower petals that I don't even notice that Miss Swarovski to the right of me is sliding off the nail, child, about to fall onto the dang on paper towel. So I definitely have to fix that. Buff the glue off, put some more glue, and put that thing back on there. I tell Miss Swarovski, stop playing with me. Don't be sliding around, because we don't need them problems. When I put you on the nail, you stay on the nail, period. Now it's time for me to do the other hand, and I'm just going to do the same little dots that I did before to lay out the crystals, and then I'm going to do the petals. Now back to these flower petals. So you want the bead to be as dry, not super dry, but you want it to be pretty dry so that you can mold the bead without the acrylic leveling back out. And that is the problem that some techs have when they're trying acrylic art for the first time, is that they notice that the acrylic starts to level and then you have a ball again. But that's because the bead wasn't dry enough. That's why for these flowers, I lay out multiple beads so that the first bead I lay down is dry enough for me to mold it without it leveling back into a ball. Like even now, I still went back in and redefined my petal just a little bit because it was starting to level and it wasn't as petally looking. And honestly, I wish I would have applied the top coat first. I usually always do this, y'all. Apply your top coat first before you do acrylic flowers or acrylic art, because it is so annoying to top coat afterwards, and you do not top coat the acrylic art unless that's the look you want. But I don't top coat my acrylic flowers, just like the crystals. Because when the top coat gets inside of the petals, it just doesn't look as petally anymore, and it just kind of... it doesn't give what it's supposed to. Now I'm going to take this orange gel polish and make some swirls on her pinky. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a French connecting to the big Swarovski that I put on her fingers. After I do that, I'm going to take this orange glitter, sprinkle it over the gel polish before I cure it. And then I'm going to pop her hand into the lamp. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this hand. I'm gonna apply that loose glitter on top of the gel polish before I cure it. Pop that baby in the lamp, and oh my god, look how they turned out, y'all. Y'all cannot tell me that this is not the most prettiest set you have ever seen in your life. And then for that SM3 Smart Nail Chip, baby, look what I programmed it to my YouTube channel, the one that you should be subscribing to, liking, sharing, and following. Bye.